Spring is here, and Jacob has promised his uncle to give him a hand on his remote cabin come spring weather, when it's, we got more daylight and warmer temps. And so yesterday we took a 40-mile snow machine ride, and we dropped Jacob off at his uncle's cabin and hung out for a little bit. So Jacob's on vacation this week and I'm flying solo. But I wanted to show you that we did get the plank wall done by the staircase. So I want to show you as well how you can age a board instantly. The hardest part about any project is just getting started. And this project, our forever home, was especially a challenge. Whatever we do or don't do, we're gonna have to live with for the rest of our lives. We have some leftover tongue and groove from the ceiling. It's not in the best shape. So I was thinking about using that. It'll give it a lot of a rustic look. And I want to try out this this wood aging agent on it that mimics the process of wood naturally graying on its own, and see how that looks. So let's get started.
We got our T&G. I'm going to cut it a quarter short because we're going to run up some 1/4-inch trim on the outside. Instead of running the pile to the miter saw, we're going to, bring the saw to the pile. So we'll get this first board set up in here. I know it's going to be kind of a pain getting things started in here. I'm just trying to even it up here with plywood instead of snapping a line, which should be pretty good with that floor. We got some 1.5" 18 gauge galvanized nails, and we're kind of shooting for a rustic look. Normally on T&G you would shoot the tongue here. I would like to go for kind of a real rustic tone, kind of like an old style wall. So we'll put it in and see how it goes. This tongue groove's got to go up through 3 stories, so I just decided to shoot for here. I got a nice straight line. The concrete downstairs isn't 100% accurate, I don't think, but this plywood line, which will be our main floor, will be good enough, and we can just start, run, and then we can run down when we do the rest of them. The other thing I'd like to throw in here is also a bunch of butt cuts, where these two meet. Because, I think it'd look really good. It adds a lot of character when you have breaks in the T&G going up. So we'll go figure out a few that we need. So like for here, we need some 4-footers. Let's cut maybe half a dozen 4-footers right now. And then 66 1/4 would be right there. So yeah, the nice thing also, you can go production cut, and then you can come up here with a bunch of lumber at once and then put them all out and go back, production cut some more. So definitely makes for a lot easier and a lot less trips back and forth to the saw. Saves a bunch of time.
Got boards, but look how terrible this one is. It's so pretty. Wrestling tongue groove.
What's the problem here? Is the tongue bad or the groove?
Nothing's bad on it. It's the board. All these boards were like the worst boards that we didn't use on the other ceilings. They're the ones that were seconds. And I thought it would be really nice to have them up here because there's a lot more character to them. But with character comes problems like not being straight.
It's looking pretty good.
We didn't have a lot of options for scaffolding, so we just threw something together. It was a little rickety, but it worked, and we're pretty happy to be off it and done with it. found I loved the most about this wall was the sun-aged gray boards. This one here is naturally aged, but we only had a couple because only the boards on top were sun-aged. So this one is, I aged it with the wood aging agent, and it instantly turned gray, and you can apply more or less to get more of a gray tone or less of a gray tone. So it's just a weathered wood accelerator, and you basically just brush it on and it ages, it reacts to the tannins in the wood, and it turns everything gray. So I know there's a couple of different companies that make similar. This one is by Varathane. This is super easy to apply, but one thing I will tell you is it's really thin, so it drips a lot. So if you can apply it on a flat surface, that's a lot better. If you're applying it on a wall, what I found works best is like a sponge brush and just to kind of brush it on. But it was a lot more difficult to apply it vertically. I can't even imagine applying it on a ceiling. That would be really tough. And I think it just really adds a lot of character. And then after I did that, we trimmed around the sides with ripped pieces of the tongue and groove to keep the material consistent. We have this idea to start at the basement and have like photos of our family when, you know, at the very beginning, maybe like wedding photos, and then as you go up the stairs, maybe there'll be pictures of Grace as a baby, and as you go up the stairs, Grace will get bigger, and then Hayes will show up, and it'll kind of be like a family timeline as you go up the stairs. So we'll see how that works out. It would be like a walk down memory lane. Jacob's coming back next week, and we'll have a video of all the progress that he's done.